Jamaica is fighting back. A bad reputation can be tough to shake, especially when it comes to traveling abroad. So, do travel warnings really help tourists, or do they just end up hurting the places they're visiting? Think about it. When a government issues a travel warning, it can create a domino effect that can impact a country's reputation for years to come. Just look at Medellin, Colombia. Back in the 90s, it was known as the murder capital of the world because of all the violence. Even though the city got safer quickly, it took decades for people to forget that rep and start visiting again. That's why Jamaica and the Bahamas are pushing back against recent travel warnings from the U.S. The U.S. State Department said there's been an increase in homicides and sexual assaults in both countries, which is making them sound pretty scary.
But the tourism ministers of both countries are like, hey, we're still safe and secure destinations.
Yes, we are still safe and secure destinations.
The U.S. State Department has a 4-level travel advisory system, and both countries are listed as exercise increased caution or reconsider travel. But here's the thing. Sometimes these warnings can be overly broad and political. Just because there's crime in one area doesn't mean the whole country is dangerous. And often violent crime doesn't even involve tourists. So let's be real. Travel warnings can be helpful, but they can also be hurtful if they're not accurate. It's really up to each traveler to decide whether to take travel warnings seriously. To get a more accurate picture, consider reading local news sources to understand what's really happening in your desired destination.
According to a senior intelligence director at International SOS, travelers in Jamaica and the Bahamas are not typically targeted by violent crimes. In fact, many recent murders in the Bahamas were related to gang activity, and Jamaica's homicide rate has actually decreased since January 2023. While travel warnings should be taken seriously, petty crimes like theft are more likely to affect travelers.
As Michael Rogers advises, travel safely and smartly rather than avoiding travel altogether. Resorts and tourist areas are generally not affected by violent crimes, so it's all about being aware and taking necessary precautions.